Hi everyone, and welcome back to working on this wool painting of Buster the dog. Today I think I'm going to try and focus on his nose. Eventually we'll work onto his muzzle and kind of blend from there, but I think we'll start with the nose today. I have already gone ahead and selected the colors that I think are best for this portrait, so I'm just going to show you them all real quickly, but then I'll put them off to the side again. Most of what I'm using today is Corriedale. So I have, this is chocolate. This is natural dark. I just have a small amount of this. And licorice. These are going to be the main colors for the nose here. But I suspect that there's going to be a lot of highlight colors, so I've kind of selected an assortment of colors I think I might like. I believe this is truffle. Tiny bit of cookie that I just happen to have sitting around. I'm not sure what this, I think this is just some leftover blend. This looks like a merino and Corriedale mix that I just had in my scrap pile. I don't know the name of this color because I don't use it very often, but it's kind of a burgundy. Same with this one. This is a color I don't use very often. It's like a rusty kind of color. We got a random blue. This is, again, another piece from my scrap pile. It looks like it's mostly a very pale gray. There's something else mixed in there too that's a little bit of a darker gray. Again, just from my scrap pile. I like to keep all my scrap pieces because I always find a way to reuse them. This is a tiny bit of, I don't know what you'd call that. It's a purple kind of color. And this is literally just a clumpy mass of colors that I pulled off of my hand carders when I was making up some small bats. So I like to just like pull some colors from there because you get some neat effects from that. So these are the colors that I'm going to use. The bulk of the nose is going to be these browns and darks. There'll be highlight colors in these reds, blues, greens. So I'm just going to put everything to the side here. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with a dark brown. I'm going to take chocolate. And I want to actually go a little bit darker than this, so I'm going to put a little bit of the natural dark in here. And a little bit of black. So I'm just going to mix these together. I'm going to blend these colors. And I really just want a darker brown at this point. I don't want to go with black yet because I'll probably want to use that to like really deepen some shadow areas, but I don't know what I'll want to do until after I'm actually having the colors on the canvas. So here we go. This is a nice dark brown. Okay, and just going to take a small amount and we'll start just rolling it in my fingers. Okay. Just filling in the nostril first. Okay, so we just fill in the shape of it first. This is the dark part of the nostril. There's a small amount. Okay. Okay. I think that's about the size I want to use. So this nose nostril piece is kind of a curved shape. Okay, that's a good start. Now I'm just looking at my reference photo. I've actually got 2 photos I'm referencing for him here. So I'm going to start with another dark spot right along here. And it looks like along in here and maybe a bit right here. So small amounts. Just roll it up into a little sausage shape, I guess. A little smaller. Okay, and we just poke it in. Okay, we just continue filling in just wherever I see a dark spot. Okay, and now we'll do the little shape on the other side here. Okay, so now I need to fill in some of the rest of the nose, but I don't want to go as dark. So for this I'm going to use just chocolate on its own. There's not a huge difference between our mixed color and chocolate, but sometimes it's just the subtle differences is all we need. So it's actually not enough of a difference from what I want. So probably in my first dark color, I probably should have used a little bit more, maybe a little bit more of the black. Maybe should have mixed something else in there as well. I'm not really sure yet, but we'll keep going. Sometimes you don't really know what you need to do until you just keep going. So my colors are definitely not showing up very well at all. But I'm hopeful that when I start bringing in some highlight colors, that it will work out okay then. We just keep adding on and adjust as we go. Okay, so I'm going to use this mix. I don't even know what this mix is. It's actually, you know what? That's truffle. It's truffle mixed with something. I'm not really sure what it's mixed with. Okay, I'm going to make this one a little bit darker because it's a little bit too bright of a color for where I need to put it. So I've just mixed a little bit of my mixed chocolate black color in with this truffle mix. That is probably too dark for what I want now, but that's all right. We can still use it. And if we don't use it today, we'll use it on something else. This will work. Okay. So we just take another small amount. And I'm going to just start doing the top of his nose here. So I'm starting to lose all my lines underneath my image, my sketch lines. I try usually to keep them available and visible as long as possible, but it doesn't always work out, which is why I have with me always another copy of my sketch so I can see what the lines were before I filled them in. This puppy dog's nose is just a dark blob right now. It'll take its shape though. It'll start looking like a nose soon enough. I like to try and keep the wool from getting spiky, like with a lot of threads sticking out. So if you just focus on, like I just put my finger down and kind of hold it down, hold the flyaways down, and then felt them down. Okay, so there we've got our dark blob that we'll call a nose. Let's see. The whole thing overall is too dark because we weren't paying enough attention. So, bring some of this truffle in. So there's light that catches on the bottom part of his nostril. So I'm just starting to lay lighter values here. There are some extra long threads. Okay, when I have extra long threads that don't really want to felt down very well, I just cut them. Tiny few amounts. Okay, let's continue trying to get the highlights on his lower nostril. Okay, starting to take shape. Okay, this is where I'm going to use a little bit of this orange here. Mix it in with a tiny bit of our dark brown color. Just a handful of threads. Really very little amount. But I don't like it, so we're going to add some brown in. What I'm trying to do is lighten up in between the nostrils. I'm going to continue blending this. My goal here is I just want to be able to fill in between his nose with a little bit of a brighter, not brown, but redder color. Start putting a little bit more detail in. I don't know that I have the right color mix here yet, but this is what I'm going to start with. So that, I feel like that's too red. So two thoughts. I could either put this aside and try a different mix, or I can try bringing a different color into the existing mix. I think I'll take some of this and mix it in. Okay, so now I'm blending a lighter color. This is probably going to be way too light again. So let's add a little bit of chocolate in again. See if we can salvage this color. I think we're getting a little bit closer now to what I want. This is a warmer brown. I think that's closer to what I want. Ooh. Like everything, I'm never happy with the way it looks in the beginning stages. Hopefully we can salvage and make it look like a nose, but it'll take some time. The other thing that I want to do is, because the nose, like the nostrils, if you think about it as the 3D sort of object, I don't want to build up a lot of dark on top of the nostril space, because it helps add to the image if you can have the actual outside ridges of the nostril physically a little higher up. It helps give some depth to the image. Make a little sausage, try and get shape of this nostril here. It's looking a little bit more like a nose. So I'm just trying to decide what the shape of the nose is here. My reference image is a little bit pixelated, and that makes it hard to see the details. Okay, I'm going to take a bit of this truffle without mixing it with anything this time. I like that. That's a little bit of a blue. just trying to spread this light blue just kind of across the top part of his nose here. I have a feeling I'm going to need to darken up this light blue afterwards, but for now I'm just laying the base. Base layer of this just throwing some light. I think this is Cookie. Okay, so I'm losing the shape of the nose right now with all these layers that I'm adding in. I need to kind of focus what I'm doing here to get that shape of the nose back. Okay, how am I going to fix? So I'm darkening, taking a little bit of my brown mix, mixed it with a little bit of my bluish gray mix. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Okay, so now right along here it's a little darker. I think I want to use this purpley blue. I'm going to try this one. Just a tiny, tiny amount of it. Oops. like that. I'm going to put a little bit of the same purpley blue color over here. Really like this effect I'm getting here. It's some purples and greens on top of the brown and tan kind of color. I quite like that effect. Now there's a tiny little pale line here. Yeah, we're going to use this color. Make a little thin little line. Because his nose is wet, you can get away with using, you know, blues and purples and greens because it makes it look like it's reflecting something. I really, really like how that's turning out. So I do need to get a tiny highlight here, a little bit here. I think I want to use Cookie for that. And because it's just a really thin line, I'm going to roll this tight. Pull a small amount off. Oops. I think I pre-felted that a little bit. I don't know that that's going to work. But you know what? It can work down here. So I'm going to put it aside and reuse it. I don't like wasting anything. I like reusing all of my felt, even the tiny little pieces. There we go. Okay, now we're going to get a little highlight on here. It's hard sometimes when you're dealing with just a tiny thread. Sometimes it can, when you're trying to felt it in, you can felt it in too far and then it's gone. That's one of my frustrations. But I think we've got this one to stay here. Okay, I don't like that highlight. Let's see. No, that one's not light enough. Maybe I'll try a little bit of this. I don't like that. I'm going to take that right off. Yep. One of the nice things about working with wool is you can actually take colors off when they don't do what you want. I'm going to try and go with cookie again. We're going to try and see if we can get that highlight. Maybe I'll mix a little bit of cookie with a little bit of this pale blue. Not a lot, just a little bit. Let's see if that'll do anything nice. Yeah, I like that. Okay, take a small amount. Do I like that? Nope, I don't like that. But let's see if we can salvage it. I added actual black now. So I added actual black in to that left nostril. But I still need to do something to fix the blending from the nostril upwards. That's a little bit better. There we go. All right, now I'm starting to like this nose. Just redefining the edges a bit here. I don't know which is this mix now. This is, I have so many little mixes of colors. I can't really tell you what they are anymore. I just know that this is a little bit of a darker color without being dark, because I want to just redefine the edge of this nostril here, just on the inside. Okay, so now let's try and get some highlights on this side. So that's my blue. Let's mix this with a little bit of cookie that I have left here. I'm just blending these two again together. I was tearing them here because they're a little bit longer than I wanted to work with in this particular spot. Okay, so let's, I'm going to make just a little sausage shape. And I'm just going to apply it to the bottom of this nostril, try and define it a bit. That's a little darker than I wanted to use, so we're probably going to put some, sorry, it's a little lighter than I wanted to use, so I'm probably going to put some darker color over top. Just have to decide which color I want to use. I think I'm going to use this one. This is a mix. This is one of our earlier mixes, so I can't tell you what it is. I don't like how, I know I said I liked this, but I don't like now how bright this color is. I might put some of this over top of it, but for now, I'm just going to try and work on this lower part of his nostril. So there's going to be a highlight on here. But before I put the highlight on, I just want to get a little bit lighter, but not all the way to the bottom, because again, this dark, this very lower edge should be dark. So I'm just bringing my color almost to that edge, but not all the way to it. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Now these ones I'm not rolling them really tight. I'm just kind of rolling them a little bit in my hand just to bring the fibers closer together, but without having them super close together. And doing that is so that I can just kind of apply the color over top without it completely hiding the color beneath. I like them to blend together right on the canvas. So I've got a lot of little flyaway hairs here that I'm just trying to poke them in. So now I just need to get something a little bit lighter to put along here and along here, and also a highlight here, and I need to deal with that guy. Okay, I'm going to start. Nope, I'm gonna do a tiny little bit of this color over top of just this bright edge, just to dull it down a little bit. There we go. That's better. Yes, I like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna get some little highlights. It's too much. Just along this bottom nostril here where it's just catching the light. Sometimes with these really pale colors on my white linen, I have to just kind of rub my hand across to see if I can find where they've gone to. I can't really see them. Okay, there's that little highlight there. And again, I'm not really thrilled with that shape. That's all right, we can fix it. Now the other side also has a little bit of a highlight here too. Okay, so I need something light, just a little bit. Is it this color that I want to use? Nope. I think I want to use this color here. Okay, so now I'm just going to try and add just a few highlights, and I'm just kind of going over everything. I don't really have clear goals. It's more what I feel is missing. I really like the effect when I just put these little highlight dots on. You can do it with darker colors too. You don't have to do it just for the highlights. Made that one much too thick. Let's try a smaller one. Oh, that's too dark, but whatever. We're going to leave it in. But I do need to surround it with some lighter ones. So again, I'm just trying to redefine the inside nostril. I had a piece of black that I put down. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I need to get some more detail. There we go, that's looking better. So again, I'm at a state where I do not like what this nose looks like. So this one needs to get a bit bigger here. The nostril needs to be wider, rather. So I can actually see some of the canvas right here. I need a small amount to fill in there. I don't know how I ended up with that, considering the thick base that I started off with. So I need something warm to highlight along here, and I feel like I have a yellow somewhere. Okay, I have this yellow. I think this is a lemon yellow, and I feel like it might be the right color to use to add some nice warm highlights. I could be completely wrong here, but I want to try it. That's too thick. Let's go with really, really, really light dusting of yellow. Just right here. Ow! Don't poke yourself with the needle. This nostril is just a little bit too thick, too wide. So I'm just putting a little layer of, I don't even know what color this is anymore. It's like a pale brown. Oh, I like the way that looked. Okay, so I'm gonna just put a little bit of darkness on the bottom here, and I'm actually gonna use, I'm gonna use this mixed chocolate and black color. Just a little bit torn off, just to start adding a little bit of shading on the lower half of the nose. Okay. And I'm just felting it in now. And this is actually taking some of the harshness of that highlight that I put on here at the bottom. I don't know how I feel about that yellow after all. I'm going to take a little bit of this off. Nope, you know what? I'm just going to put something over top of it to dull it down a bit. Let's go. Ugh, that looks terrible. That's coming off. Maybe I will pull the yellow off. Ugh, I hate having to pull that much off. But it's not working, it's not working. So here I'm just going with, I'm pretty sure this is a little bit of cookie here. And I'm just going to carry it across to the top. Just felt it down in place. Okay, need to redefine the inner nostril again. I know I said this last time when I was working on his eyes and they got where I needed them to go, but I'm just not happy with this nose yet. I feel like I need still some warmer colors, but the yellow wasn't right. Now I'm losing the shape of the nose when I keep adding these colors on, so I need to push this back. Sometimes just making it straighter can help. Okay, let me think here. I need to blend this inwards more. Which color was that? Was that this? No. Was it some of this? I think it was a mix of stuff, but I'm going to start. If I do this, so I'm going to lose some of the colors that I had, which means I'm going to have to reapply some of them. But that's what we got to do to get the right effect. So I'm just fading a little bit from one to the other. Okay, so is that the right color? Ugh, I'm really ruining this nose. Yep, totally destroying this nose. There are too many colors on here now. I'm really disappointed. Okay, so I'm just trying to get my highlighting and structuring back on the top of the nose here, making it look wet again now that I've blended from the side inwards. Like I said, I lost all my coloring on there by doing that. So I'm just trying to bring some of it back in. I had such pretty coloring on there too. And I had gone so far already that I just couldn't remove much from there. That's too thick. Okay, so there is a tiny highlight line right along here. Let me see. Okay. Nope. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try and put some more of this green color back in, because when I did that last time, it kind of made it pop a little bit more. It's getting a bit better. Okay, I want to put some of this red in just in some spots. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, so I need to put some lighter color back here. Okay, okay. Which of these? I think I'm going to go with this one. Too much. I like where this is going. Add a little bit of this, I think, back on top. Just right here in between the two, like the edge where these two colors kind of meet. I'm just covering it with a little bit more brown just to tone it down a little bit. Okay, now I need to put a little bit of something here to tone that down. It's green, so I should go with a tiny bit of red. Which red, though? So I've got these two. I feel like this is going to be too bright. But I want to try it. It's dramatic. It's a fun color. You don't have to do exactly what you see. Sometimes it's looking at it and go, okay, well, what can I do here? So just a tiny bit of this. You wouldn't think that this was going to be the right color to put on. Now I think I've got too much on here, but yeah, too much. I'm just going to pull some of it off. I really just want to tone down the green a little bit. Okay, so I like the colors on here, and what I need to do now is, to make it look wet, I need to use some strong highlights. I think I'll try with some of this. It's a very, very pale gray. And you know what? I'm not going to needle them on yet. I'm just going to place them on, just so that I can see before I commit. Almost a bluish kind of gray. I'm going to use, oops. Do I want to put, yeah, I think I want to put some of this purple. You know, this color is almost the color of the pen here on the background. It's not purple, it's not blue, it's something kind of in between. I think I'm going to blend these two colors real quickly here and make just some mixed highlights. Yeah, that's a little bit, that's better. Okay, so those are the colors I want to use. Where am I putting everything exactly? So just on the spots where I have highlights. Yeah, I don't like what I did there. I think this is one of those times where I need to get the other details in before I'm really going to be happy with what I see here. And by other details, I mean, you know, the rest of the nose. Like, I think it's going to look okay when the rest of the image comes together. It's got a lot going on here. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. I'm definitely going to come back to it when I get more of the nose put together. I think we're going to call it a day for now. We've got a lot of work done on this nose. I'm definitely going to come back to the nose after I put some more details in and get the muzzle started. Thank you for sitting with me today. See you next time.